A single word, truth, turned a normal family dinner into the night I realized my life might be built on lies, and now I can't escape the questions it left behind. My breath caught in my throat as I stood frozen in the dim hallway, the words slicing through the air like a blade. Leela deserves to know the truth. My father's voice, low and strained, carried a weight I'd never heard before, and my Aunt Clara's sharp reply. You can't keep this from her, a shiver down my spine. I wasn't supposed to hear this. The door to the study was barely ajar, a sliver of light spilling onto the hardwood floor, but it was enough to pull me into a secret that could unravel everything I thought I knew about my family. My hand hovered over the bathroom doorknob, my heart pounding so loudly I was sure they'd hear it. What truth? And why did it feel like my world was about to come apart? It was last weekend, during my mother's 55th birthday dinner, that everything changed. I'd arrived at my parents' house just as the sun dipped below the horizon, the red brick facade glowing under the soft evening light. The driveway was already lined with cars, and I parked mine at the end, steeling myself for another night of playing my part in the Bennett family's carefully curated performance. My mother, Ellen, had always insisted on perfection, every detail of our lives polished to a shine, every crack in our family hidden behind a smile. I adjusted my scarf, checked my reflection in the car window, and stepped out, the gravel crunching under my boots as I braced for the familiar weight of expectation. Inside, the house was a testament to my mother's meticulous control. A vase of fresh lilies on the entry table, their scent heavy and sweet, hardwood floors gleaming under the chandelier's glow, framed family photos lining the hallway, each one a snapshot of a happiness that felt more staged than real. There was one of me at 10, gap-toothed and grinning, clutching a soccer ball. Another of my parents on their wedding day, my mother's veil billowing in the wind, my father's eyes crinkled with a joy that seemed foreign now. I paused, my fingers brushing the edge of a frame, wondering when those moments had started to feel like a lie. The dining room was alive with the hum of conversation, the clink of wine glasses, the occasional burst of laughter from my cousins, who seemed blissfully unaware of the undercurrents that ran beneath our family's polished surface. My mother sat at the head of the table, her silver-streaked hair swept into an elegant chignon, her smile as pristine as the white tablecloth. My father, Richard, sat opposite her, his navy blazer crisp, his laughter a little too loud, a little too practiced. My Aunt Clara, my mother's younger sister, was there too, her sharp eyes darting around the room, catching every detail, every gesture. And then there was me, Leela, 27 years old, perched at the edge of my chair, smiling through the unease that had settled in my chest. I played my part well, nodding at my mother's stories about her latest charity gala, complimenting the roast lamb, dodging questions about my stalled career as a graphic designer, my lackluster dating prospects, my quiet apartment in the city that felt more like a refuge than a home. But as the night wore on, I couldn't shake the feeling that something was off, like a note played slightly out of tune. It was during dessert, my mother's favorite lemon tart, served with a dollop of whipped cream, that I excused myself to use the bathroom. The hallway was dim, the sounds of the dining room fading into a muffled hum. I can't tell what happened next in the short video, the full story on channel link below.